I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. I love the barn. I love just the vibes. This is the perfect vibes, the autumnal vibes. I'm definitely feeling it. This vision has well and truly come to life. Hello YouTube, my name is sezrawrr and welcome to another spooky season build video. Today I really want to try and build like a pumpkin patch farm place. I live in Australia and Halloween is not a hugely popular thing. We buy all of our pumpkins for like carving jack-o'-lanterns from the supermarket. We don't really even have pumpkin patches in Australia, but from what I know of pumpkin patches, like thinking about like an actual dedicated farm place where you can pick a pumpkin, I really want to try and build a pumpkin patch today with a little bit of a twist though. So let's jump into The Sims 4 and let me go over the plan that I have for this build with you. So here we are at 2 Old Mill Lane. We are in Henford-on-Bagley cottage living world on this 50 by 40 lot. I wanted it to be a really big lot because I'm gonna want some really big things in here. So I want this to be a pumpkin patch, but I also kind of want it to be just like a spooky Halloween kind of fun place to go, like kind of like a fun park and like a pumpkin patch in one is kind of the vibe that I was thinking. So in order to make this come to life, I definitely want a big pumpkin patch in the middle here is where I'm thinking that we'll pick the pumpkins from. I'm thinking about having like a little barn maybe somewhere off the side here that could maybe be like a gift shop, or maybe that can even be somewhere where you could sit down and eat a meal or something. I have something big that I'm anticipating going along the back here, and then I have something else planned probably for this back corner here as well. The rest of this space I have no idea what I want to do with, but that is the basic plan. So I will just mention before I forget, I have decided to make this lot a national park because it only requires having a grill, a trash can, and a picnic table. All of those things super easy to incorporate into this build, whereas just a normal park you need to have like a chess table, and that's just like not the vibe that I'm feeling for this spooky autumnal pumpkin patch amusement place. So we're going with a national park instead. Specifically, we're going to start by getting the thing that I want to have in this back corner, and it's actually something that I built earlier this spooky season. I'm really excited. Here it is, the Sims 3 Scary Shack that I built earlier this spooky season. That was like an idea all on its own. I'm like, hell yes, that's going to be a great idea. And then I was trying to think of another build that I wanted to do for this spooky season. I thought, why don't I try building like a pumpkin patch? And I thought, why don't I include the Scary Shack in the pumpkin patch? So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to place this lot. We're going to keep it as a national park and keeping it furnished as well. So if you have not seen my Scary Shack build that I did, I'm not going to do a tour of it, but here it is. It's so freaking cute. I love it. It was a great fun time. The video is fantastic in my opinion. I will link it in the description down below, but I specifically wanted to make this Scary Shack actually usable and interactable for your Sims. So it's actually fully furnished on the inside with some different spooky activities that can be done on the inside of the Scary Shack, and that's why I wanted to include it in this build. So that is one thing sorted. We've still got a lot of land to fill on this lot here. So specifically, I did want to use a 50 by 40 lot as well, because in pretty much every single world there is a 50 by 40 lot, including Willow Creek and Oasis Springs. They have 50 by 50 lots in Willow Creek and Oasis Springs, but you could just demolish them and put this down instead because it is a 50 by 40. I didn't want to go with a 64 by 64 because they're very limited lots, 64 by 64 lots, whereas sort of like 50 by 40 or even 50 by 50 is a more commonly used lot throughout all of the worlds of The Sims 4. So this is a 50 by 40 lot and it will fit on a 50 by 50 lot as well. I could do this the legit way and get the patches down and grow the pumpkins, but I'm gonna hope that someone on the gallery has already done that for me. Beautiful. Oh, just freaking fantastic. So to a specific egg, thank you ever so much for having these pumpkins. They are exactly what I wanted. Also got some oversized pumpkins from Leela_X. Thank you so much. Alright, so now I've got 4 rows of 6 pumpkins. We've got the like overgrown ones in the middle here, And we've got some that aren't overgrown on the outside here that are just like normal size. So in the middle there, and I'm thinking we're gonna like fence around the outside of that. So now I'm gonna get the thing that I want in the back corner here, and I'm gonna get some other things that I think I need from debug. I'm gonna need to go into debug, so it's going to take me a little minute to find exactly what it is that I'm looking for. So I'm not gonna have you come with me for that, just scrolling through debug, constantly scrolling. So I'll see you once I've finished in debug.
Eventually.
All right, you guys, are you ready to see the secrets that I've got in store for you? The big surprise that I wanted to keep a secret until I got it from debug. Here it is. I really wanted to include the freaking haunted ghost train, haunted house ride thing from high school years. I love the thought of having it be a part of this amusement place. This is the big thing that I wanted in the corner. I had to switch up the lot because it didn't fit where I thought it was. It was a different shape than I remembered it being. So it's now in this back corner, and then we've got the scary shack over next to it here. And then we do have the pumpkin patch here, and I've got a whole heap of these different fences that I want to line the outside of the pumpkin patch. So I guess I'm gonna just start trying to piece this all together. All right, pumpkin patch is done. So I do want there to be other activities as well. Like I said, I do want to put a barn in. I think I want to put the barn in maybe over in the corner here. I want to get like the jack-o'-lantern carving stations and maybe line the front of the pumpkin patch here with the pumpkin carving stations. I think that'd be really cute. So you watch. I'm going to have this many here, and then when I go and play with this slot in my personal gameplay, there's just going to be unfinished jack-o'-lanterns all over the place because that's what the Sims do with these. All right, I might look at building the barn next. I've never built a barn before, and I'm really not good at even building in general, so this is probably going to be really bad. I am thinking I'm probably going to have to put it on a diagonal as well, which makes things extra challenging, very much extra challenging. It doesn't need to be huge, and I have a feeling I've even made it too big as it is, so let me just bring it back in. It has just occurred to me that I've never seen a barn in real life before, and I have no idea what they look like. Let me just look up a barn real quick, because something's just not quite feeling right about what I've done here, and I'm not sure what it is. And then I'm going to get a diagonal half-gabled roof, and I'm gonna hope and pray that this is going to work out like I'm freaking expecting it to in my head. Just again, keep in mind, I'm not a builder. Kind of line up. Does it kind of? Does it? Not sure. Doubting myself. Doubting myself. Can you see what I'm trying to do? It's bad. It's bad, isn't it? That's terrible. Yep, that looks abso-freaking-lutely shocking. I don't know how to build a barn. I don't know how to do that.
One eternity later.
I was going about it the wrong way. I was so close. I just overthought it because of course I did, because I always do things like that. I always overthink. I'm an overthinker. That's just who I am. That's who I am. But I think I freaking got it this time. Is this a barn? I think it might in fact be a barn. I'm not entirely sure though. It's just not perfect. It's like so close. There it is. Now it's perfect. Now it's perfect. This is the weirdest looking barn I've ever seen in my entire life. Well, that being said, I did just mention I haven't seen a barn before, but this is not what I imagined. But you know what? It's gonna do the job. It is. It's gonna do the job. It's gonna do it just fine. Yes. So good. I'm stoked. I'm really happy with that. Ideally, I want to put this in. That's ideally what I want to do, is have this door in, but that means that anyone downloading this lot would need the frickin', I don't even remember the industrial kit, whatever that's called. I'm trying to make this using as few packs as I can. That being said, my Scary Shack does use a couple of packs. The only packs I feel are essential are Get Together, paranormal stuff, and spooky stuff. But the rest is pretty much base game. And then, I mean, we've got high school years for this in here as well. Cottage living. Ugh. So I'm saying no to the barn door. That's what I'm saying. That's the point of my ramble is I'm saying no to the barn door, even though it would fill me with great freaking joy to use the barn door. But at the same time, I know that I'm in a very fortunate position to be able to afford all of the packs, and not everyone else is in that same position. So with that being said, I'm going to filter by base game. Right, see, the other option that I had, and this is what I think I probably will do, is just going with a really wide archway instead. I think that's probably going to be the way to go. The inside of the barn doesn't need to be super fancy, like in its wallpaper or anything. It just needs to be looking like a barn, honestly. I'm kind of thinking we're just gonna have some string lights in here, maybe some string lights zigzagging across. I think that would be really, really cute. I love string lights, so that's what I'm thinking for that. Let's get some picnic tables though, and maybe look at getting some grills in as well. I've just realized though, the string lights that I want to use are from Parenthood, not from base game. Not Parenthood, they're from toddler stuff. Ah, these ones, these lights, I love them. But if I include them, that means that that's another requirement. But is this not just cute vibes though, with the string lights in the barn? Is that just not cute vibes? I have to. I'm so sorry, but I abso-freaking-lutely have to use those string lights. They're just perfection. They really are. One of the best things the Sims team have made for this entire freaking game are these string lights. Okay, so now we need some grills, and I've got some options here. I'm kind of thinking I want to go with the barbecue drum. But I can't, because no, I'm using way too many packs. I can't do that. No, I need to just use the carbonate charcoal grill. It's fine. Or what if I use this one? I don't think I've ever used this one before. Master Del Grill, traditional grill. Oh, it's cute. Oh, it's giving me the vibes. Oh, I love it. Yeah, we're going to get a couple of these just to hang about so that, you know, multiple grillings can be done, I suppose. I've got the trash can that we've needed. I've got the grills that we've needed. That's actually all the requirements for the national park fulfilled. So the rest of the time that we can spend is just on making this a really freaking cool place. And I'm excited for that.
5 minutes later.
Guys, I went back into debug because I kind of felt like it was essential for me to go back into debug just to get a couple of things like some hay bales and stuff, because I thought that'd make a really cute addition. And I found these gates in debug, cottage living debug. So now I've used cottage living as well. I mean, I already had with the archways that we had before, but now I've really used cottage living, so I apologize. I want this to be super freaking cute. Yeah, I'm really happy with how the barn's looking now. I might put some more pictures and stuff on, but I think I'm definitely ready to move on from the barn. I'm thinking I might need to get some toilets built. I don't know if we can go with like one of the outdoor toilet blocks. Like, I don't know how they work. Like, I'm thinking of using this toilet block from Outdoor Retreat. I'd probably chuck it in between the Scary Shack and, like, the Ghost Train here. I'm really liking the vibes so far. I think it's super cute. Look at it on dusk. I think that's adorable. I definitely need to put some more lights here, though, because if I go to nighttime, it's not super lit up. But look at the freaking... Oh my god, that's just the vibe. This is just the vibe. And it casts such an eerie glow over the Scary Shack as well, which I freaking love that. Oh yes, this is the vibe, this is the vibe. But I definitely need to get some more lights, and there definitely just needs to be more in general. Like, I haven't got anywhere near enough stuff. We've still got heaps of space that I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with, honestly, at this point.
12 seconds later.
I feel like it's definitely really coming together. I've got a lot of the lighting for nighttime sorted, so it's a whole lot brighter than it was. It's still not as bright like in the pumpkin patch. I feel like I need to put some more lights in here, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to go about that just yet. But I definitely need to figure out what I'm going to do with these bigger spaces. I definitely want to make this a completely family-friendly place, so I think I'm going to put some of the toddler outdoor stuff, like the really massive toddler stuff, like maybe the whole freaking obstacle kits. Why not? I've got the space for it, and that makes it toddler friendly as well, which means I will need to include like a potty as well, but I can do that maybe in the barn. I can put a potty in here, a couple of toddler potties there, So that way we've definitely got something to keep the toddlers occupied, because we've kind of got something for kids. Like, kids can go and hang out in the scary shack with all the stuff we've got inside the scary shack. They can do the pumpkin carving, they can ride on the freaking ghost train thing, and adults can do all of those same things as well. So there really just wasn't anything for toddlers that was like, yes, this is something specifically for toddlers. So that fills out that side quite nicely. Remembering that I still need to do like landscaping for this whole place as well. Like, I haven't done any of the big landscaping stuff yet. So that means that we really only have like this corner here. And I'm really not sure what to do with that unless I go with like maybe a pond or something. I feel like that's better. I do. I feel like that's better. I feel like I need to just round out this end a little bit more. But I feel like that is a whole lot nicer. And then maybe I could go back into debug. I swear I've gone into debug so many times today, it's not even funny. But maybe I could find a little bridge. I mean, it's not perfect, but I didn't think it probably would be because I suck at building. I've said that so many times today as well, but I'm really not good at it. So let me just... But that means I could put some like fireflies in there. And at night, that'll be really, really pretty. I think I'm super stoked with this idea. Very, very happy with this idea that I've had to build this little pond. Or what if we don't do a bridge, but we do this old broken freaking jetty that like fits so perfectly? Oh my gosh. I think that looks great. I feel like I'm starting to want to get to the point where I join all of the things together, like get the paths done and start joining it all up so that I can see where I need to fit landscaping in and all of that stuff.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Alright, you guys, this turned into such a big project that I needed to just buckle down and get it done. But I'm finally ready to take you on the tour of my beautiful pumpkin patch amusement park fun place. So we come in with this beautiful little gravel park. The sign overhead is really, really nice. To the left, we've got the pond, which is just so freaking cute. I love the landscaping I did around it. It's really, really pretty. I love the little bridge, the debug bridge. Oh my god, super, super cute. And then to the right, we've got the barn. So let's go and take a look inside the barn really quickly. We're going to see that we've got the picnic tables in here. This is the little eating zone. I love the ambience with the lighting, the string lights overhead. Gives me the exact vibes that I was hoping for. And then back around the other side of the barn. And now we're looking smack bang over the pumpkin patch. The pumpkin patch, it's massive. Really, it's bigger than it probably needed to be, but I wanted this to be on a pretty grand scale. Like, I had pretty big visions when I came into making this pumpkin patch, so having so many pumpkins available are amazing. There is a mixture of oversized and normal sized in there. Now, I know you don't actually need the pumpkins from these patches to carve jack-o'-lanterns, but I do have the pumpkin carving stations here, and they will be super, super cute for anyone who wants to make a pumpkin. And then we've got the little toddler designated play zone. So we've got the little imagination tent, which backs onto the big obstacle course and the ball pit in one, so that your toddlerinos have something to keep them entertained. And then we've got my beautiful scary shack from The Sims 3 that I built. That is super fun, and like I mentioned, if you want to see the full tour of that, I will link the video where I built that in the description down below. And then next to it, we've got the amazing, epic freaking ghost train. Again, I'm not sure if this is gonna work, so I will let you know if it's actually functional. And then we've got this little decorative tractor and hay section, and we are back to the freaking start. This was a massive project, massive, humongous, freaking-gantic project, but I'm super happy with how it came out. It has like the exact vibes that I was hoping for. The plan that I had in my head really came to fruition with this one. with that being said, if you would like to download it for yourself and have it be a part of your game, it will be available on the gallery. My gallery ID is sezrawrr, the same way that it's spelled here. There's just no plays on the end, that's all. So you will find it under Pumpkin Patch Fun Park. That is what I have called this listing. It does use a few packs is the only thing, but there are some of these packs that I don't feel are really essential in order to have this in your game. However, the packs that I do feel are essential are Get Together, High School Years, Paranormal Stuff, Spooky Stuff, and Cottage Living. Everything else you really probably could replace, but those packs are really the essential packs. But aside from that, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I love the barn. I love just the vibes. This is the perfect vibes, and the landscaping really did tie it all together. I was really worried when I got to like planning the pathways and the landscaping because there was still so much empty space, but I really feel like the landscaping ties it all together. The autumnal vibes, I'm definitely feeling it. This vision has well and truly come to life. So with that being said, you guys, if you would like to see more of me and more of my spooky season goodness, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell next to it to be notified of every time that I upload so you don't miss out on what I've got coming for you for the rest of spooky season. And guys, if you liked this video, let me know by hitting the like button down below and leave me a comment as well. Let me know what you think of my Pumpkin Patch Fun Park. But guys, I hope you're having a very spooky day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!